This is yet another episode of Real Talk. I do hope you are ready for some real talk. I do hope you're ready for some inspiration, because I have to tell you guys, I am personally inspired by my guest today. He has such an amazing story and he's such an ambitious young man. To be honest, I cannot wait for you guys to listen to him and hear his story. And right here, I am holding Isiolo Express. Isiolo Express is the only newspaper in Isiolo County, and he is the founder. His name is Abdirizack Nuru. Nura rather. So I mean, very young, and being able to start this particular publication, it is amazing. To be honest, I am lost for words. This is Real Talk. My name is Christine Kai. You can interact with us on 22162, starting with the word circuit. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at eCircuit TV Show. Do interact with us, send in your questions, let's just get straight into it. Abdirizack, thank you so much for coming through.
Welcome.
Yes, I have said, and I'm still saying it, you are an inspiration. I want people to first of all get to know you, who is Abdirizack?
Okay, who is Abdirizack? I am just a youth, as you can see me.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still, I'm also the founder and the CEO of the paper from Isiolo County. Yeah. So my real names are Abdirizack Nuru, born back in 1993 in Nairobi. I was born at in industrial area. That's where I was raised up. I went to school to Mombasa County. I went to school to Meru County. Those are where I went to schools. So at my high school level, back in my high school, Ngeru Boys High School in Meru County, in high school, I had this leadership role in high school, being the chairman of many clubs, being the class prefect all through. So, and then I had very good way of relating with my people, my colleagues at school, the teachers, the staff, everyone. So I was very confident. I found the confidence when I was back at school, So when I completed my high school, that is on 2013, I wanted to go to do the course that I told you, the foreign relation course, because I wanted to work as an ambassador of the country. So, but my dream was short-lived when I realized that, I'm from a very humble background, from Isiolo County, and my parents didn't have the capacity to take me to the university, because at the same time my brother was in Nairobi University. He was in second year of the university. So there was no chance that I could go and take on the course that I wanted to do. So I decided to come back to my senses, try to do something, try to keep myself busy. That's when I went sit down on my own, and then I asked myself, what am I good at? What can I do in my best level? What can I do when I'm alone? In my best capacity. That's when I came to realize that, okay, if I'm good at writing, let me do it. If I'm good at being a pioneer of something, let me try. Because I always wanted to pioneer to do something, Yeah, so I came to start writing a certain novel. I started working on a novel. That was 2014, and the name of the novel was it was called The Pentagon Unleashed. That was the name of the novel, and the whole concept of the novel was just talking about the Pentagon, the 5 years of our electioneering period in our country. Every time, I wanted to put down on a paper all of my thoughts. What happened between these 5 years when you vote for a leader, and what happens after you vote for a leader in different part of the country, the scenarios that are happening from different part of the country, the civil wars, all these things. I wanted to put it on a paper. So I worked on the novel, which the novel itself was written in a very hidden language, you cannot write something, you have to use the oral literature things,
Yeah.
So when I started working on the novel, it was very hard because I did not even approach any editors. I did not have any guidance of how the novel is being arranged, or
written,
you know.
yeah.
So it was very hard, and the novel has a very big work to work on than a newspaper or other magazines. So I stopped there. I stopped
for some time. So that was your first publication?
No, I started even. I didn't publish the novel. I started working on it.
Okay.
You know, the novel, the cover page, the back page, everything. I've worked on it. You know, because at the front of the cover page, I had this face of someone. You know, with two faces. This was the white face and the black face.
Yeah.
The white face talking about the good side of people. The black face, you know. Okay, and then representing the day and night. At the back of the novel, you could see many parts of the massacres that were happening.
So then why didn't you publish it? Because, you know, from your description, it seems like such a good, you know, piece of work. So then why didn't you publish it?
The novel was, even I wanted to paraphrase what I went through when I was young. You know? I remember back in our areas where I grew up, kulikuwa na vita mingi sana. Ambazo tulikuwa yani mtu hata halali nyumbani. Unafika mahali unatoroka unaenda unatafuta mahali kulala. Kifika saa 10 mumeenda mnaacha kwenu because of the war. So I didn't publish it because of the capital. You know, don't have cash to pay the editor, you don't have money to even buy the materials that you want. And it was not, and I didn't have the idea of how I'll go about it. So I just put it on pending.
All right, but I'm sure I hope you will publish it someday.
Now.
You
are?
I'm
working on
great.
it.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, you know, you just told us about your background and how you started writing. So then now, how did Isiolo, this idea for starting a newspaper in your county? It is the only newspaper in your county. As a matter of fact, I don't think any particular county has a newspaper of its own. So how did you come up with this idea?
So the noble idea came up when I 2014, I remember I stopped working on the novel, and then, you know, as youth you have to have money, something to stand with, you know. If you want to, and if you want to not to involve in many things, you have to keep yourself busy. So I started, when I put the novel on hold, I started working on a magazine before I even came to the newspaper. You know, Pia, I told myself, okay, there are a lot of things happening because Isiolo is a cosmopolitan place. Every tribe is there, every people are interacting, many cultures are there, very good scenarios are there. So I wanted to put all these things in a paper still. Then I told myself, you know, if you want to start a business, you look for the business gap. Ni nini yakifanyiki katika area. You cannot just stand, you have the capital, even if you have a lot of capital. The rules of starting a business, you have to look for the gap. Ni nini yakifanyiki hapa. So I realized in our area, people are not concentrating in paperwork. Ni kuuza manguo, boda youth, everyone is doing monotony. So I said, let me do something ambacho takuna katika hii county. So niliona, okay, watu hata county yetu hainaga hata newspaper wala magazine, na I'm good at it. Why don't I go after it? So I started working on a certain magazine, of which I'm publishing it monthly now. It's called Isiolo magazine. So the magazine, you know, magazines are even much expensive. You know, when you go to the publishers, for example, the Longhorn publishers, they will publish for you like 2,000 copies of it, and you'll pay good money. So the magazine, you know, and then magazines can talk of different things, but same thing all the time, but in a different way. Maybe culture, maybe the Maasai community, what they do in the parks, or our parks in Isiolo County. I wanted to do this. So I started on the magazine, published some, registered, published some in 2015. So as I was doing that, I even told myself, magazines, before you even pay the writers, a lot of them, itakuwa pesa mingi inatumika. Na I didn't have the capital still. Mimi nilikuwa alone bado. Na sina pesa. Ni kwenda tu kuomba wafadhili, kuomba tu somebody unamselia idea yako, I want to do this, oh, it's very good, take this, you know. That's how I survived. Then I started saying, why don't I do something making real quick money? Like newspaper. You know, newspaper it's daily, it's daily, or it's weekly, or it's monthly. So I rather came to say that let me do newspaper. I can do it, yeah. Kama kuna habari mingi huko hata na wakati nilianza hata Isiolo haikuwa na radio station. Mimi nilianza hata kabla ma radio stations za Isiolo. Manake the first local radio station came in 2016. I think 2015. The second one, now we have like 5 radio stations in Isiolo. So nilisema hii mshene zinatembea huku county yetu on the neighboring county, hakuna mali zinawekwa ina paper. Why can't I do something and make my people informative? So I came up with the newspaper.
All right. So some of the challenges, of course. First of all, how long did it take you, or how long does it take you, to come? The newspaper, is it a daily? Is it weekly?
The newspaper, I registered the newspaper as weekly, weekly newspaper.
Okay.
Daily, always if I do daily from nowhere.
Yes.
So I wanted to do it on weekly, of which hata weekly ni ngumu. Even hata ule columnist wako, hata ule anakuandika, wale wanaandika daily, kuna mali inafika they run out of words. Sometimes. But mimi sahi I have a lot of writers, not from my county. Because the name Isiolo Express came from the idea like, I came to realize that I can use my name from the county, but supply the newspaper to even the other counties.
To other counties around.
Like the Nairobian, Nairobian. It's not only from Nairobi people. It goes even back to Lodwar, everywhere. So that's the idea. Isiolo Express, I came up with the idea, and then I'm supplying it to Marsabit County, Wajir, all the way to Meru County, Embu, the surrounding, because there's no any other newspaper. Now you Kitunda kona newspaper sai. It's called the County Times. And we are relating good with them.
Such an inspiration. So then, you other than just doing that for yourself, creating employment for yourself, not just sitting around, like you don't have a job, complaining and all. You've also created opportunities for other people. How many employees do you have?
Employees? At the moment, how many employees do I have? Okay, in the company, in the newspaper business, there are 35 plus. 35 are the ones who I'm always working with. But writers can write from anywhere. You can meet people from anywhere, and then they write, and then you pay them. Because if somebody writes for you a very good article of maybe more than 1,000 words, and it's a very good article with very good features, you pay the guy good.
Pay them. Wow,
cash.
That is so amazing. And then you still want to go back to school, I assume? Do you still want to go? What do you want to pursue when you go back to school?
Still, the course that I wanted to do foreign affairs.
Foreign affairs. Okay, wow, that is so awesome. And of course, we do wish you all the best. Now, of course, funding has been a challenge to you.
Very big challenge.
What are some of other challenges, and maybe if you want to say something more about the funding and what kind of support you would need, you can just also tell us that.
So the big challenges that has been pushing me behind, as I told you, this is the only business in my county. It's a very big opportunity to do such a business and make even good money out of it, because our people are now experiencing what a newspaper is, most of them. So the big challenge here is lack of funds. I lack funds. I lack funds to buy the big printers, because I'm always publishing in Nairobi, and per publication it's like 50,000 per publication every month, every week.
And then you have to bring it.
They publish for me, they send it for me. I just send the consent, they publish. So it's very expensive. It's them who are benefiting, even not me, the publishers. So these big printers goes for 5 million, 3 million printers, very big printers. That has been my big challenge, and I've been going after even the county. I've sold my idea many times to the county government. They liked it, they have even taken it, but implementing it has been a very big problem. So capital has been my big challenge, because if there was good capital, I could have even opened branches everywhere now, surrounding counties, and I could have employed even others. So challenge yangu kubwa ni lack of funds, lack of cash to run the business, because I'm still at my starting point still. But if I had that capital that I was requesting the county, the county board or the county assembly, they did not refuse to fund me, but they are delaying me. Now it's the third year that I'm still going to after them. They are still telling me we will fund you some amount, but it has not come to. So my big challenge is that, and my message is to maybe there are that investor who wants to invest in Isiolo County, I'm telling him, welcome.
Yes.
If somebody wants to invest,
Welcome.
namkaribisha tufanye naye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, despite, you know, that challenge, you know, you still keep on going, and
Yeah.
and that's the spirit, not giving up, just keep on going. Other than, you know, the Isiolo Express, you're also a leader in your county.
Yeah.
You know, you had a couple of youth groups and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So just tell us a bit about that.
In my county, apart from pioneering the newspaper and directing the newspaper, I'm even at the head. You know, I have a company. The newspaper business has a company. It's called Waligala Limited. So this company has 5 directors. All the 5 directors, I sit with them, and then we open something to keep our youth busy.
Wait a minute. Yes. How old are you again?
I'm 25 years.
All right. Proceed.
So the 5 directors, or the 5 shareholders of the company, I gave them an assignment. One of them is called Rashid. Mr. Rashid has we opened a football club. It's called Hoda Hotspurs. The football club now has 35+ players in it, you know, and I'm trying to fund them, trying to look for sponsors even for them. And we've incorporated a lot of youth in the football club. The other director is called Mr. Abdi. Abdi Osman has we opened a football club for ladies, girls in our county. It's called Other Queens. And the football club, it's even ya kipekee in the county pia. Hawa wasichana wameanza kucheza mpira sasa, you know. So we have the other director, we have a lawyer among my directors. There is this guy ambaye amemaliza Jomo Kenyatta. He has done law. So the guy pia ndo ananisaidia na legal matters. Everything around and about. Even those labda kuna mayouth ambayo wamesoma law, they come. Now they are being coached by the one who has graduated in our company. So you see what we are doing something like a web. Tunaletanisha youth pamoja, tunawa keep busy. Now to your realization, you realize that we have even employed more youth from my county even than the county government. Even if they don't realize that. Now we have made, you know, we had that idea like our youth are going away from Isiolo County. They are going to Al-Shabaab, they are going astray. Yeah, that story was there. If you know, every week we lost 10 to 15 youth every time. They take themselves through the border to Somalia. Some they are using now. We are working on something even currently. Youth are using drugs. There is this drug that has come to my county now. It's called Kete. Very bad drug. So we are trying to come up with a campaign to overcome the challenge, the cartels that are selling the drugs. We are trying to fight them, you know. Now, as a leader, I'm trying to keep the youth busy. Doing something, you know. Ukiweka mtu busy, ataacha kufanya hizo vitu zingine, and then atakuwa na idea ya kujisaidia. But hakuna usaidizi hata hapo, because county ingekuja sasa iwork na sisi, tungemaliza hata ile rate of youth going to the gate of the county government or kusumbua governor or kusumbua our leaders, because youth atakuwa anafanya kitu, you find the youth. We had many meetings even with the governor, current governor, His Excellency Mohamed Abdi Kuti. We told the governor, why don't you open a youth development center, youth center? Why don't you open, so that if a youth and a talent akuje because hata mimi nachukua kama yangu ni talent, because mimi sijaenda any mass communication or it's my research too. And that's so if a youth have a talent, anaweza kuja kwa ile ofisi, and then anasema anaji-express, anaenda auditions, anasaidiwa without hata kusumbua ma leaders. Because kitu challenge kubwa youth wetu wana face, even the disabled, the poor, the orphans, all of them ile kitu wana face ni kusaulika. Because utakaa na idea yako, utakaa na talent yako, nobody will come after you.
Yeah. And on that note, I hope you're aware that, you know, this has been Youth International Week, and the theme was safe spaces for the youth, you know, which is what you're saying, you know, creating spaces where they can be able to speak out, you know, be involved in decision making, you know, be involved in, you know, getting better health, things to do with drugs. As we wind up, you know, just what would be your message to, you know, the young people, you finish school, you're like, there are no jobs, you know, what would be your message to them, and just generally about entrepreneurship?
Yeah. So my message to the general youth with talent, those that don't have any talent, my idea is even to the entrepreneurs. Maybe, you know, you can be an entrepreneur but you don't want to come out, you don't want to do something, you know. But I always believe in one thing, and I'm always saying that if you really want to do something, if you really want to achieve something, then you will achieve it if you want. Nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
If you really say, I want to be a model, example like you, I want to be a model, you will be. Nobody can stop you, because it's you who is saying, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, and then you go after it. Hakuna mtu atakuja kushika mkono kwambia ati, you know, when I started this, a lot of people were just looking at me, oh, you want to do this, okay.
What are you doing?
They didn't believe it. Oh, even at home, you know, oh, achana na hii kazi then nataka pesa mingi, but unaambia mtu, si kama naweza, let me do. Then you believe in yourself first. When you believe that hii kitu niko nao naweza fika nao mahali, ndio peke yake you can do it to your best capability mpaka ikwe. So any youth there or any entrepreneur out there, unataka kufanya biashara yako ama kufanya something, usiseme una pesa ukae tu. Kuna wafadhili. You know, when you speak, the way you speak, the way you do your business, the way you express yourself, is when people will admire you, take you in, and maybe what you want to do kionekane. Lakini kama wewe utaamka useme nitafanya kitu, unakaa tu pale unasema I want to do something, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to achieve this, hautaweza. The first step is take a step. The following morning, take another step. Take another step. Go ticking your programs. That's when you go forward. But ukikaa tu pale ukianza kusema ati, oh, nataka kufanya kitu, oh, nataka achieve kitu, how will you achieve it exactly?
If you're not making the steps.
If you are not making steps every morning. So my main message is, jiamini kwanza. Jiamini, jishikilie, na utasapotiwa tu in the end. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That is Abdirizack Nuru, founder, CEO of Isiolo Express. I mean, you are an inspiration, to be honest. Personally, you have inspired me this morning, and I'm very sure you have inspired a lot of our viewers. Thank you so much for coming through. Alafu, you said you only distribute this to those counties around you, but soon itafika Nairobi.
Hii sasa, unajua ningekuwa na hizo printer, ningekuwa natoa kama 3,000 copies of the papers every week or every day, and then inafika huku hata kwa KBC station mapema.
Alright, we wish you all the best, by the way. I know your future is bright, and I know you will make it for sure. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna leave you with this words, just to reiterate what he said. If you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, then you will succeed. It's